No position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Hello and welcome everyone to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see the number 8 team in the country, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this. At their own 25. Football with the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry up. Back to throw, it's Sellers. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3-and-out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets a block. Got a little room. He'll go out of bounds at the 43-yard line, but a terrific return sets up the offense. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They'll start this drive going to the air. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
This definitely isn't the start they drew up. I mean, you already throw a pick 6, now you get sacked. Man, they're going to have to find a way to settle this quarterback down, get something going offensively. So far, not a lot of positives to point to.
He put some heat on that one down the middle. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Dropping back, it's Sellers. Under fire. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, just nowhere to go there, and it started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Trying to make magic with his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. wide receiver going in motion. Goes to the option. Here's the handoff. Knocked out way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Bring in the heat. Using the quick game. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a 3rd down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
The Tigers buried deep in their own territory, just trying to find breathing room on 1st down. They'll run it from the gun. Gets that thing away from the goalpost. He's got 5 out to the 10-yard line.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a 1st down, but what does it do? Now it makes 2nd down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it. Still in a great position. Where do you stand?
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Man, I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it, and it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Running into the open space.
Brings it out to the 22. And their South Carolina Gamecocks will take over.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads it left. He's got it. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Wide open downfield. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way. They put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Oh, they're after him. Got his man downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, South Carolina.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. At LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gonna run it. It's Durham. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That's caught. It's Durham. Turning on the Jets. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the 1st down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
And the Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Setting up the screen. Shoots his way for more. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stops.
South Carolina, 9. LSU, 7.
They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trusting your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
And maybe... get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd down, going up top. He's got the back in the middle. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the 1st down. The Gamecocks in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to...
He's got it at the 30. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And listen, find your matchup matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for room. It's Durham. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line will have to do a lot better job, give them some more space so we can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air. It's Nussmeier. Makes the catch. It's Anderson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Rush is on him. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Oh, he wants it all. He's got it and more than enough for a 1st down. Hits the crease. Touchdown, LSU. Once he got some room, it was over.
I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. Make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. This is a designed run. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So now it's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Sellers. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. To the air on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. The Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Fires to the wideout. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the 2nd quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Got it behind the line. It's Smith. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Slips a tackle and he's got room. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left. We're going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
They'll go ahead and go for 2 and try to make it a field goal game. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack, he'll try to take it back. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Using his feet. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. Throws for the tight end. Trying to pull his way in.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last third down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, first and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime. Touchdown, South Carolina! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's just a fantastic job of executing the 2-minute type situation by this offense. Something you practice all week long for end of half and end of game. Quarterback, really nice job. Good job by the staff, too, getting the plays in quickly so they can get up to the line of scrimmage and get going. And them scoring that touchdown with seconds to go here in the first half, piling onto their lead, that gives them tremendous confidence heading in at halftime.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Corners are going to bail. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Looking for a deep man. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball.
Defense was swarming around this quarterback, and he never had a chance to get it off. And down he goes, and we will head to halftime. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. The Gamecocks will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They keep it on the ground to open the third. Getting that push, a pickup of 4 out to the 26.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Pressure coming. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on third down.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, that's a big stop on this first drive. That's got to energize this defense. They didn't have a great first half. Let's just call it what it is. They could have done a lot better. But to come out, make some adjustments, get a stop on this first possession, that's a good sign for this defense.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Trying to get behind the defense. And he's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. He'll start this drive firing. Here's a heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be third down. After that last one, they're staring at a 2nd and long first down marker just short of the goal line. Fires to the tight end. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Fires to the end zone. And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. The goalpost breathing down their neck as they're backed up in their own end, starting the drive from their own 1. From his end zone, trying to loosen up this D. Quick completion on the out. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Man, the offense got away with one there. That was supposed to be a running back screen. Instead, the quarterback threw it somewhere else. With all the offensive line running way down the field, they're lucky that wasn't a penalty.
Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this is why this team is losing this game. They cannot protect their quarterback. He's already been sacked a bunch of times. Almost got sacked right there. This guy doesn't have a chance with the way this offensive line is playing.
He wants to throw it. Looking left. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Grabbed over the middle, it's Anderson. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Fires on the move. Makes a connection. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
That's a really nice job holding that pass in. And you think LSU has just been such a breeding ground in recent years for receivers. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, OBJ, Jarvis Landry. They all have the ability to make a play anywhere on the field. And that's what this guy can do. You can line him up anywhere. He can run routes at all three levels of the secondary. The defense has to know where he is lined up every single play.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking to the big tight end. Big guy smells it. Stopped right at the 2-yard line after the catch, and it'll be 1st down, goal to go.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Wants to go up top. Flips it out to the back. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
If this offense wants to stay in this game, they have to punch it in on this drive. It's 3rd and goal. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Carolina 38, LSU 21.
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Man, a really nice job understanding. I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. They marched 79 yards on the drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Here comes the heat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry up. From the gun. Give on the inside. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Quarterback making taking checks. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. He's looking deep. Makes the grab on the right. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
And that is a backbreaker if you're on defense. On fourth down, the opponent's throwing for it. Not only do you give up the first down, but you give up an explosive play. And all of a sudden now, you're reeling a little bit defensively.
Finds his man. It's Bennett. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Turns it loose. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. And I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Nice job by the defense getting after the QB. He's trying to scramble around. He's trying to go get that first with his legs, but he's not able to do it because the speed on defense.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. He's got it. First down and more. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
The Gamecocks headed quickly to the line. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Dropping back, it's Sellers. Quarterback extends the play. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Quarterback may change this route. On fourth down, going to the air. It's incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Here's the pressure. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting.
Looking deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to fire deep. It's a big stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. They move on top.
Listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to give me a stop.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. To throw, it's Sellers. Got a man, it's Harbor. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. At the 35, he's got room. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
No secret sauce, no tricking people. 3rd down and 1. I got to be the more physical team, Jesse, and they were.
And it's so nice, too, when you've got playmakers like that guy that can take a play that's only designed maybe to get a couple of yards and turn it into a big gainer. This offense is loaded with weapons.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Might be calling a hot route. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Under fire. Going to try to get it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 18-yard line. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. And the Gamecocks started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. The give on the inside. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just threw that one way too far.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Gamecocks. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Now, you talk about finishing games with a purpose, with a plan, executed to perfection, taking almost all of the clock, executing brilliantly down the stretch of this football game, making plays, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Corner's going to give them room. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Under fire. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it. And it went right down to the final play. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset. But to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both